Good evening, everyone. This is our last post. My name is Tracy Downey, and we are discussing in detail a book review of what we thought about the outrageous ideas of Christian scholarship. I must say that I really enjoyed the book, and I think that it lent itself to a lot of the opinions I may have. So in George Marsden's book, he has this bold claim. He makes this bold claim that Christian scholars should be free to bring their faith informed perspectives into the academic world and into the academic work that they do. They should be able to discuss it. He critiques the assumptions that universities are neutral in any way, pointing out that secular ideologies dominate much of academia. And what makes his idea outrageous is that in this society that we live in, excluding religious viewpoints contradicts the very principle that exists in intellectual diversity. Marsden isn't calling for indoctrination on anyone in this book. He's not trying to make you think a certain way. He's simply calling for inclusion, arguing that Christian scholarship deserves a legitimate place on the academic table. And one of the most pivotal chapters, in my opinion, as we were reading through it, was the myth of neutrality. It dismantles the idea completely that scholarship can ever be worldview free. And the reason I really like this chapter is because it's something that I have to deal with every single day as a teacher. I can teach any topic that we're talking about. We are currently in the middle of talking about the Roaring Twenties. And as I'm talking about nativism and I'm talking about the Palmer raids and all those kind of things, my students are immediately linking them to what they have heard, what they have seen on social media, and they want to talk about it. So his points of we can't teach without a worldview is I really liked that. He shows that all scholarship rests on presuppositions, whether that's secular, ideological, religious, or any other type. The other thing that struck me is the challenge to the myth of neutrality. If academia welcomes feminism, Marxism, postmodern perspectives, then why not Christian ones? What would be so bad about that? This raises other big questions. Can faith and rigorous scholarship coexist together? If it does, great. Does excluding religious perspectives limit true academic freedom? If you are keeping a piece out, aren't you actually limiting what the students are learning? Personally, I think that Marsden invites us to rethink what counts as legitimate scholarship and whether faith can enrich, not diminish, intellectual inquiry. I did locate two sources of people that have reviewed his book as well, and they agree with him and with me, so that was kind of fun. Benjamin Wetzel, a historian at Grove City College, reflects on this in his review that he writes. He actually has his students read the book too. He notes that in the categories that he includes in the book, creation, incarnation, and the human condition, that those things still shape how Christian scholars interpret history and culture today. Wetzel acknowledges that while Christian scholarship has flourished, that Marsden's hope for broader acceptance in secular universities has not fully materialized to this point. Marsden's work alongside The Soul of the American University, which he also wrote, showing how both critique the secularization of higher education. The other historian that I looked into was Sauer, who praises Marsden's fairness, noting that he doesn't demand special treatment, but politely requests that Christian scholarship be admitted into the form of ideas, to just include it, that it wouldn't do anything if we did. Ultimately, the book it's good. I enjoyed it, and it is a bold call for pluralism in higher education. Both of the historians affirm its significance, highlighting how it continues to challenge the academy nearly 3 decades later from the book being written. So it's like if you care about the intersection of faith and academia, then the book is definitely worth your time. And I really appreciate you listening. Take care, everyone.